Today we are going to recap episode 3 of Solo Leveling. We saw in the last episode that Sun Jingwoo was dead, but with this we are also shown a screen. This episode also starts from the same screen, but here there is a twist that Jingwoo, who was dead in the last episode, is in the present day on top of a hospital bed here in the square. After waking up, Sang first looks at his hands and legs, which are in perfect condition, and after seeing these things, even Jingwoo does not understand what is happening to him. All these things seem like a dream to suddenly two men come inside the room, one of whom is named Inuka Inugai and tells Jingwoo that he is a manager of the Hunter Association Monitoring Division. The other man here is named Shun Inugai, and Shun Jingwoo is told that he was unconscious for 3 days. After hearing this, Jingwoo is a little surprised and he asks about Mr. Song and Juhee. On this, Inuka says that both of them are fine, but here Mr. Song has lost his hand and it is possible that now he may also retire, and Juhee's mental condition is very bad. That is why she is undergoing psychological treatment, and it is possible that she may even leave the job of hunter. After this, he also tells that only 6 people were able to get out of that temple. The job of hunters is always in danger, but such incidents are seen very rarely. Now, as soon as Inokai came to know about this accident, he joined the White Tiger Guild. He goes there with the members, but as soon as they reach there, all they see is Jingwoo. He also says that they found neither any temple nor any statue there. After hearing this, Jingwoo says how can that happen? On this, Inuka says that if they did not find any dead bodies there, then he could have accepted this as a lie. Saying this, he stands up and asks a question to Jingwoo. Inuka says, Jingwoo, did you do the reawakening experience? Jingwoo doesn't understand anything after hearing that. Jingwoo thinks that the abilities of hunters never change in their life, but still there are some hunters who can experience the second awakening. And by doing this, they can also become S-rank or A-rank hunters. After this, Inuka brings a magic power detector in front of Jingwoo and asks to put his hands on the device. Inuka thinks Jinwoo's second awakening happened, that's why he was able to survive, but here as soon as Jingwoo puts his hand on that magic power detector, his score comes 10. Jingwoo becomes very excited and asks Inuka if he has reawaked. What is my rank now? Now here Jinwoo's score is very low, that is why Inuka does not tell him anything and apologizes to him and goes out. After that he talks to Sho Ninkai, that he is just a rank hunter. The score remains 10. This boy is an ordinary person. Jingwoo is sitting inside the room. He is wondering why these people had come and make me unnecessarily excited. Then he remember he is seeing the same screen. And Jingwoo is wondering if they did not see this screen, but at the same time Jingwoo also starts remembering about the temple. Then Jinwoo's sister Gina comes there, and with the arrival she starts shouting at Jingwoo. Gina asks him why you always come back after getting beaten up, but after listening to all this, Jingwoo smiles and then asks Gina, can you see this screen? Gina asks him, which screen are you talking about? Gina thinks about what kind of things her brother is talking about, but still she tells Jingwoo that to read the unread messages, he simply click on the message box. After saying this, Gina goes out of that room. After that, we see Gina's friend Songgi was waiting for her in the room. Jingwoo is sitting and reading all the notifications of the game, as if this system has been made for the development of the player, and if the player does not follow the rules of the system then he can also be penalized, but if he follows the rules, he will get rewards. Jingwoo reads all these things here, but he does not understand a single thing. But still here Jingwoo confirms a daily quest. Here he sees that the results of this quest are he has to do 100 sets, 100 push-ups, 100 squats and run 10 kilometers. Saitama's training. If he fails to complete this task, he will be charged a penalty. But here, Jingwoo is hospitalized and he thinks that it's a joke and he doesn't need to do all this. After this, in the next scene, Inukai is shown talking to the president on the phone and saying that there has been no reawakening of that boy. On this, the president says okay. Well, we are lucky that there was no dungeon break this time, but the incident that happened in the dungeons is still a mystery. After this, the president asks this guy to put this case in a special file. The next scene is the guild. Master Choi's office, where he wants to send Cha on a B-rank mission as an instructor, to which Cha says why. Choi explains that this mission is going to be a test mission for people who want to join us. Cha says that she has doubts about herself as an instructor, but Choi tells her that you don't have to do anything like you normally fight, you just have to observe them. That the Hunter Guild is one of the top 5 guilds in the entire country, but the status of Choi's guild is nothing at the international level. That is why Choi goes here to ensure that his hunters are as successful as possible. In the next scene, it is shown that in the middle of the road a gate of a dungeon opens which is completely new. Seeing this gate, everyone is wondering when these hunters will come. Then in the next scene we are shown that Jinwoo is sleeping comfortably on his bed, and here a notification appears at the top of the screen saying that his daily quest has failed. After this an earthquake occurs due to which Jinwoo falls from his bed, and as soon ash falls he sees that he is in the desert, and after seeing this thing, he gets very shocked. Jinwoo thought all these things were a dream, but suddenly a huge monster comes behind him. This monster is a giant desert centipede. Jinwoo has to survive for 4 hours. This is Jinwoo's first penalty, and on seeing this thing, Jinwoo's condition worsens. All the centipedes are chasing him. He is thinking that how can there be so many centipedes. Along with this we are also shown that Jinwoo has survived for 2 hours. On the other hand, Jinwoo is being saved here by nurses. He just has to survive for 10 more seconds, after which his survival will be complete. A centipede is about to attack Jinwoo at the last second. His time is over and Jinwoo is teleported inside his hospital room again. After this, a notification appears on the top of the screen in which it is written that the penalty quest has been completed, but along with this, he also gets the option to accept the reward, but Jinwoo is so tired here that he is already unconscious. It happens, the next scene is in the morning. Here he is talking to his sister on the phone. Jinwoo is having conversations with Gina. After the conversation is over, he leaves the room. The next scene is of Juhee where she is being called for a mission. Johee is told that a D-ranked gate has opened in a place called Habyung and the rest of the guilds are a little busy, so now they need Johee, but she refuses while apologizing, but the man on the call tells her that Jinwoo has regained consciousness. Juhee becomes happy after hearing this, and in the next scene she reaches the hospital to meet Jinwoo, but Juhee is shocked seeing Jinwoo running on the ground below. After this Juhee walks away after hearing the conversation of 2 nurses. In the next scene, we see that Jinwoo has completed all the tasks which he had missed earlier. And here Jinwoo is convinced that the screen he is seeing is not Jinwoo's imagination but is real. Here Jinwoo tells that whenever he completes a quest, he gets 3 types of rewards. The first reward is there is full recovery due to which his entire body gets healed. The second reward is points, and by using these points he can increase any ability, whether it is strength, agility, speed or anything else. Jinwoo thinks he will keep upgrading his abilities and will become even more powerful. Jinwoo is sitting here thinking that after all these things, his life has completely changed. Jinwoo sits alone and talks about all this. That's why people around think he is crazy. The next scene is in his room where he tells that his final reward is random loot box. As soon as he opens his first loot box, he gets a key, and it's this key's help he can teleport inside any dungeon. In the next scene, a news report is going on in which it is told that many gates are opening at different places. After this, in the next scene, Jinwoo is in front of his mom, is sitting, and after this we are shown a flashback of 4 years ago where Jinwoo's mom suddenly faints one day. The doctor tells Jinwoo that his mom is suffering from eternal sleep disease, which is also known as final rest. It is said that this disease is impossible to cure, and this disease is being found in people since the time the gates started opening. But this disease occurs only in 1 person out of 10,000, and there is also a theory that this disease is caused by gates. This can also happen when there is too much exposure to mana inside a person, but now here Jinwoo's mom can be kept on empty life support. He works as a laborer for his mom first of all, but after that later he thinks of joining the Hunter Association, and he joins the Hunter Association. He tells all these things to Gina, on which Gina says that this works is very dangerous, but Jinwoo says not to worry. Jinwoo also remembers those flashbacks here when he used to be very useless on the mission. That is why in the present, Jinwoo is using his points to increase his strength. The next scene is of Habyung Station where Jinwoo is ready to go inside the dungeons with his tools. Jinwoo opens a gate using the same key, and here a notification comes up on his screen saying that player has entered the dungeon very difficult. As soon as he comes inside, Jinwoo's confidence starts getting very low, and suddenly 3 goblins appear in front of him. All 3 goblins attack Jinwoo, but Jinwoo is able to dodge each of their attacks. Suddenly 1 goblin is about to hit Jinwoo, but Jinwoo for the first time he sees the opportunity to attacks. With this he kills that goblin. After this he kills the remaining 2 goblins, and now here Jinwoo realizes that he is actually a little strong. But then a wolf-type monster comes from behind Jinwoo. The monster attacks Jinwoo in such a way that it breaks Jinwoo's sword. Here this wolf is more powerful than the goblin. This wolf is also very fast on Jinwoo. Seeing that wolf attacks, Jinwoo's legs are not able to move and Jinwoo wonders if he is scared. So with this episode ends here. I hope you like the recap. I will meet you in the next episode.